And so 369, you will reap what you have sown. So if you have sown beautiful, prosperous seeds, then that's what you will receive. But if you have spent any time, any portion of your vital energy, your essence, going after anyone, your manifestations manifest this year to you. And I don't mean in a way of gloom and doom. It's just what they said. You will reap what you sow. So I really do hope and pray that's what you've been in. Harmony, balance. Because boy, that 6, every area. I do. I feel like so many folks have undergone massive transformations. And through those transformations, they have found their balance, their harmony, their peace. Right. But it's only because people have gone so viciously after every area of life, every avenue that they could, that they thought. So yeah, you will reap what you have sown. And you know what's funny? I was thinking, I got another download, right? The in this striving, this spiritual striving for harmony and balance, and even though we really can't wrap our minds around so much, it's beyond our comprehension, and I surrender to that notion. There are things that just are beyond my pay grade, and if they wish to tell me, they will, and I'm okay with that. But in the meantime, um, they had given me a download about the divine feminine and this energy for quite a while, but it literally just hit me that they did the same thing to the divine feminine in the segmenting of 3 that they did to the divine masculine energy when they shifted into a patriarchal system. They had essence of truth in everything. But yes, it's been done both ways. And that energy of harmony that we kept seeing, the unity, right? The splitting into 3 in both the masculine and the feminine, this amalgam of becoming whole and knowing what that truly is. But it's also recognizing the distortion that was attempted to be done in spirit, not just here on earth. It's a reason why we keep going back and over about the hermetic principles. As above, so below, so within, so without. So in this construct, in this simulation, it's everything. It's like a code writer, right? You only see the application. Very rarely do you go into the source itself and read what's written. So this is where we are right now. We must read everything that was written. That is a challenge to myself as much as it is to everyone else. And I don't mean like the mundane, I mean everything that was written, all the great schools of thought and philosophy. We must, in order to achieve true balance yet again. You'll see that distortion in every avenue of life. But that change, that beautiful change, it is a coming. There's the unity. Love begins, right? We are about, ooh, right. Yes, we are about to remove, because we've been agitated to do so. That's what it feels like. Do the washing machine, mm, 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 right? In order to save the garment, right? If you will. The water gets mucky. It's amazing how clean clothes come out, right? But you go through a rinse, right? Exactly. There's the clean water. We are being free. We're being rinsed free of the bullshit. Okay? We are being rinsed free. And so we've manifested this too. So we can't be afraid as a collective body of what it is that we have manifested and brought. The truth. We have manifested the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it. And yes, so help us, the divine. You can feel it. It's the Merkaba, it's the ascension, it's the synergizing of these energies, of these vortex, of the polarities. We're finally understanding and embracing the laws of polarity. Like attracts like, but also opposites attract, right? In order for the great cosmic balance, we must have these polarities. Ooh. And in some way, shape, or form, it was almost like, in a pure sense, and trying to help the mind wrap itself around the infinitesimal energy that we are, that we come from, right? Uh, the segments that happened in a pure way, but it was along the way, like chewed and spat out wrong. That's why it's like critical information. How can you read those philosophies? How can you begin to understand what is being taught if you first aren't given the rules? We've all gone through school, we've received textbooks. Most textbooks have a way in which it is to be organized. If you ever get your hand, like I have a unabridged dictionary, right? I have several of those actually, but they tell you and break it down. It instructs you on how to absorb the knowledge, the information. Like it's instructions for the material, but the instructions have been missing for so long, or hiding in plain sight. Get branded occult, right? Occult means hidden. You should have been running after what was hidden. Then the very word should make your hair stand up. It should make you salivate. A quest for the unknown, for what is which is hidden. It is nothing taboo. What's taboo is the orchestration and the manipulation of said knowledge. Because when applied, it could be a great force of betterment, but it can also be a great manipulative force. Yeah, yeah. Right. And so beautiful, right? Right. Now, so many people right now, look all the green. You are a vibrating conduit. And so you need to be very careful. Choose wisely. Not caution, but choose wisely what you put your energy into, because it's magnetic. I feel like you have chosen wisely. This is why Rejoice and Celebration is here. Knowing that there's levels and layers to it. It's just the ripples. If it's rippling out, right? Where's the source? Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Think about how many Matrix movies we sat through, right? Before Neo was in his place of knowing. But it's so interesting, right? He chose when to plug in and when to pull out. Mm, beautiful. They were showing me these two cards, the red, the energy. Look, harmony and patience. Beautiful. Woo! He just slashed himself. Mm, mm, mm. So be patient. Don't shift your vibration. Don't shift your frequency. Keep going. Keep doing the good work that you've been doing. You're being fortified and surrounded by all sorts of angelic and spiritual energies. You are so close and you are actually being cheered on. That would be 10 cups right there. It's beautiful because there's this energy of patience that is here. There's a man there on the dock in a very meditative, contemplative state, but his hands are open, joined and open like a vessel, like a cup. Each of these posts on the dock almost look like pentacles, hence this waiting game. Accepting the choice and the direction of the divine. If it's given to you, you accept it. If it's held back, you accept it. If you're given just enough, you accept it. If you're given a direct order, you accept it. If you are placed, right, like a grasp, you accept it. They are so, so happy. And these ripples look more like grain, wood grain. You've allowed them to polish and smooth to bring out the best sheen and or finish. The model in which you have been is direct representation of your creator and creatrix. It's beautiful. This beautiful place of knowing. Its emotional power. The Ankh sits firmly on, let me move this a little closer, on the chest, right at the heart chakra. They've been waiting for quite a bit of you to step into this energy. The heart chakra, because it contains an upper and a lower energy, it can be very, very difficult to master, in my opinion. It's just so simple. I love. But it's like, it's the sound is yam or yam, right? But yams are root vegetables. They vine out, but they're root, right? So rhizomes, tubers, it's the root system. It's the sprouting. It's the expansion. It's the hidden growth, the hidden fruit that lays just beneath the earth, just beneath the soil. It's a great awakening, but an emotional awakening. You had to, oh man, right? Hold on. So this chakra is connected with your inner healing, right? Communication, sound, creativity, and the ability of clear audience. That's the inner hearing. A lot of artists, singers, writers, speakers, and other people involved in those arts, right? Wait, huh? That's not right. Sorry, the page got stuck together. But I feel like that's what it was, though. No accidents, right? I just read the information for throat chakra. But I do feel like you had to learn how to express your love, whether inward or outward. How much to give, How much to hold back? Also, knowing what fills your cup up. You allowing yourself to tap into this beautiful energy of universal love. And it's okay. It says parallel to the heart. Okay, just wanted to make sure I got the right one. This chakra represents unconditional love, compassion, harmony, right? We kept seeing harmony. Uh-huh. Balance. Harmony, relationships, and healing. It's believed to be the link between your mind, body, and soul. Balancing this area may take a while, but you should allow all the time. Right? I know I've read that to you guys before, but it's like by loving yourself and others as well as learning forgiveness, you become more attuned. I feel like a lot of folks, forgiveness is the biggest hurdle. It is. It is the turn the other cheek is a difficult thing, but it's only difficult, in my opinion, when you are missing the instructions. You got the book, but you didn't get the instructions. It's a manual. How do you use this manual? I mean, I'm sure you could thumb through it and figure it out, but it might have been a lot more digestible, more absorbable, doable had you had the instructions for the manual. When you know the law of causality, you can forgive much easier. Do you understand? Are y'all getting it? You reap what you sow. So forgiveness, because I talk to people and they really do struggle with it. They carry an emotional bag that would never clear like the airport. They'd be like, "Nah, you want to pay? That's extra heavy." Yeah, I know, international flight or not. Yeah, I know, but it's over the weight limit. And you can hear it. So many people live by obligation and not by love. They feel obligated to love certain people, but if they forgave them, they would love anyway. You incur karma by resentfully doing things. Hmm. Oh, thank you. I love you too. This has been the greatest barrier. That door, that's a heavy door. So much has been shut behind that door, and they've been waiting you out, stalling you out. Like, she gonna do it? He gonna do it? Nah, huh? What they gonna do? What they gonna do? But you opened that door. You've begun the process. Slow and steady wins any race because we don't compete with anyone but ourselves, right? So how is not the pace you set not the right pace? Each one of these legs, so to speak, it gets easier. You see, it gets the distance is shorter and shorter and shorter till it's nothing. Till it's like grains. It's just whatever. Bygones. It's not because you're a doormat. But if you don't forgive yourself, you'll always hold yourselves in that energy. Overly defensive, overly postured, dominating for no reason, like a rabid dog that's been kicked too many times. Too many I ain't gonna and I won't and I too many of those statements. You can hear the unhealed. You can see it in their countenance. I speak to a lot of professionals in all walks of life. You'd be amazed. And I said something so simplistically to a clinical psychologist. I said, so many people are angry and frustrated when really all they need is a hug. And all she could simply say, and she's very witty, very, very witty, was, "You're probably right." So much is a lack of nurture, so much is a lack of love and affection. Lack. You hear that word? What's missing? But instead of going outside yourselves, you went in. You went into the incubator of the cosmic womb to gently, very gently, sometimes the only way to get rid of scar tissue, like, well, there's two ways. There's the surgical option, which is you're going to make a new cut to rid yourself of an incision of an old cut. Hopefully, this time you're much more conscientious about the healing, and that way you don't get the frazzled fibers, right? And the appearance is much lesser, right? Or you can do the work very slowly and methodically of bringing vitality and energy and collagen and stimulation. Microneedling is very helpful for breaking down scar tissue in a very 3D way. But microneedling, it puts micro holes into the skin to stimulate collagen. Either way, the process is uncomfortable, but one is a hell of a lot less than the other. Do you have to live the same lesson again? Meaning, we're going to cut the scar tissue away, we're going to open the wound, we're going to seal it back up, and we're going to mindfully heal it. Do you need to go through another karmic cycle, another karmic lesson? Or can you recognize that there's an injury or a restriction that could be better? And you do the little micro work, slow and steady. Like, you can take control of your spiritual appearance and or physical appearance, or you could, put it in the hands of somebody else, because that's what that would be for them, to go in and cut away the scar tissue and heal it and make it look prettier. You're still, again, putting your care, your healing, your recovery in the hands of someone else. In a spiritual way, you don't even know if they're qualified. They just have the credentials. And sidebar, Nurse Ratchet. Okay, so there was a breaking news story in my region, right? State of Delaware has rescinded and called back many nursing diplomas because the institution was fraudulently processing them, right? And so, Nurse Ratchet, it always comes full circle. I have to check that in a minute. We're not going to be on too long. Just saying. So, for many of you, it appears that you have done the work on your own. You have literally entrusted in spirit, and you will see the fruits of your labor come full circle this year. This is what it feels like. Rejoice in celebration. Truly, prosperity begins. I love it. I love it. When look at that confirmation. Triumphant success and balance. I'm going to leave it there. All right. So, for those of you, you feel like you've been doing it in vain, but you still do it, keep up the good work, because victory is yours. Victory is ours. Because I dang sure claim it. I really only want the best for people, despite their own ignorance. Mm. Beautiful energy. Whatever you like, again, so also mindfulness with words. I do see that. 111, okay? Like, those are portals and gateways wide open. All right. You guys have a blessed day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.